Joy Talk 8. Joy Talk 8 this Friday night. Mike Murdock here. I'm so stirred, family, and I really hope you have the time to listen to these little talks. Let's talk about joy. Joy will require your focus. What makes you happy? What makes you inspired? Because if you can stay inspired about life, you can overcome the combative people, the talk-back people, the disrespectful people, the dishonorable people. Remember, your focus creates your feelings. If you look at a little dog playing, you start smiling. Your little daughter comes running up, "Daddy, I love you." "Oh, baby, Daddy loves you." And suddenly China doesn't matter anymore. When you look at your little 7-year-old son, Ukraine's not on your focus. You don't care what Putin does from Russia. Let the evil world stay separate from you. God takes care of them. You take care of your environment. What's necessary for a joyful life? Now, if you hadn't heard my other talks, I'm going crazy today with joy. I spoke 2 hours from 12 o'clock noon to 2 o'clock on just the subject of the joyful life. I've never made joy my obsession. I made wisdom my obsession. Until I was 36, my obsession was truth. And then as I talked to consultants, and one of them said, "I don't understand you. You have success seminars at the Disneyland Hotel in Los Angeles every month. Hundreds come. I don't understand you. You write all these songs that are sung around the world by different people. Even Mick Jagger has put my music in his movies. You preach all over the world. You go to Africa and you go to... I don't know. Tell me about you." We were walking. I'd pay him $300 a day to find anything out of order in my life. I always want to know about any mistakes I'm making. Mistakes stop joy. And when we got through talking, I was 36 years old here in Dallas, walking. Well, actually, I was running 5 miles every morning, but I walked with him. And I realized my obsession was wisdom. I'd bought 13,000 books to learn. Every billionaire that I know about, I read every word he ever said. Bill Gates changed my whole ministry with one sentence in one book. Warren Buffett gave me the 5 rules of money when he was worth $49 billion, second richest man in the world. What do you think you need to have a joyful life? I think you need a goal. 2, I think you need to know the goal that's inside of you, G-O-L-D. You need to know the genius that's inside of you. Jim Baker called me a few weeks back and he says, "Mike, your number one gift is writing songs." He said, "Your song, you can make it change my ministry, change the world." It did. It did. What are your ideas? Where do you collect them? I mentioned earlier there's a little app for your iPhone called Dragon app. Dragon Anywhere. That's the name of it. Dragon Anywhere. It costs $150 a year. When you talk into it, when you speak into it, it types everything you're saying right in front of you. It's 90% accurate. $3 a day. No, not $3 a day. 50 cents a day. I said the other day, while ago, $3. It's actually 360 times 30 cents. Yeah, 30 or 40 cents a day. It types. It's like having a secretary sitting there typing for you all day long. So the moment that I have an idea, which I have a lot of them, I don't trust my mind to remember, recall, and retrieve every thought I've had. So I just click on my iPhone here that I'm holding on, and I look in my Dragon Anywhere and I start talking. I hold it up close. It's 90% accuracy. Don't ever trust your mind. There's not one thing so important you'll always remember. You won't. You won't. Let me give you an idea. Keep your Dragon Anywhere application. Keep it right there in your phone. Keep it in front of you. Now, sometimes you can't because you'll have something you don't want anybody to hear. So you have a tablet beside you and use a tablet that you can flip and, the little wire thing. Whatever tablet you love to write on, always identify what you like. There are things in the world you endure. There's things in the world you ignore. There's part of the world you avoid. There's some parts of the world you stay connected. Remember, the world is God's world. You create your world from the menu God put around you. Everybody in your life's on a menu, and you decide when you want to partake. What's their role in your life? I don't call my banker to come pray with me every morning. He's part of your foundation circle. You need a banker, a lawyer, a CPA, a medical doctor, a mechanic, a contractor. There's a foundation circle for your life. They're not necessarily your joy circle. They're your foundation circle. One thing. I was praying one morning in Houston, Texas at 7:15 or so, 7:30, and the Holy Spirit gave me an idea. I kept a tablet open when I pray. God gives me pictures and I write them down. And I had a picture of a good idea, a couple of them. I wrote them down. A friend of mine was talking to me. I told him about my idea. He said, "Oh, Mike, that'll sell in a store." Really? And he brought it to Walmart, Kmart, and Hallmark, and they loved my idea. My first check from them was $106,000. My first check. Every 90 days they sent me another check. I made $106,000 in my first check from one idea. So your joy world needs, what would you call it? Needs a filing system so you can retrieve your ideas when you need them. I may make one more little, this 2-minute video is 8 minutes. Lord, I'm sorry, except I'm not really sorry. That was a lie. That's the lie. I'm not sorry. I want to give you these ideas. These are called joy talks.